already, one today versus Terra, and we're slowly, bringing him along because the team we started a month before the draft, so nakapag-ensayo na yung team, and their build up to get back in shape is really the reason for the month-long practice before the draft. So we're making sure that we're just tapping into that and slowly getting him into game shape. But so far so good, Ray. I mean, he's what we asked for. What we expect and what you see in film, what you see him in games, is exactly what he's showcasing. So we're happy to have him, and we're excited to see what he can do in the PBA.
Coach sent us very good credentials during summer league. Was that very visible during times the games, the two games?
I think so. I think you can see where he levels up. No? Yeah. You can see in instances, how good he could be. So, like I said, we're just making sure that he gets into the proper game shape. We drafted him at number 2 with the expectation that he can contribute right away. And so far naman, that's what we're seeing, that we think he will be able to. He will definitely have the opportunity. I think that's how good he is. I think when you come in at number 2, he's been trying to join our league for the last couple of years. And he's been playing for good teams and in good places the last couple of years, from the last time he tried to join the draft. So he's very competitive, loves the sport, and I think again he's gonna be fun to watch for all of us.
What about the import?
Yeah, Ricky Ledo is another guy. I think if you know my history a little bit, I've always tried to get, to be honest with you, like the Alan Durham style, kind of like a big that can do everything, score, rebound. So to be honest, I haven't been really successful with acquiring a guy like that, no. But so we went into this season, lalo na this conference being 6'6", and we just felt like let's just get a guy who can put the ball in the basket. And I think that's something that everyone knows he can do. So we got a guy that we can go to down the stretch, a guy that you have to double. I always say it's the closest thing to Justin Brownlee. So that was the idea and that was the thought. And we'll see. But so far he's been great. Good attitude, works hard, doesn't complain. He'll ask a lot of questions. He wants to be successful here. Yun yung importante, yun yung maganda sa kanya. I see in him that he wants to do well here in our league. And it's not just a pastime or a job for him. So we're looking forward to seeing him there.
Coach, acquiring Cortez, what was the reason behind that?
We were looking for that 3-4 guy that can potentially defend the smaller imports and the big wings that we have in our leagues. What's nice about our leagues, and I think you all know this, with all the teams, there's always a guy like Oftana, there's always a guy like Jamie, right? There's always a guy, I always forget his name, from Rain, really good guy. He plays the 3, Santillan. A guy like Santi, there's always a guy like that. So we wanted to make sure we have someone who can match up with a guy like that. And he fits the bill. So, not too flashy, but so far in the 3 games we've played in our tune-up games, he's just been solid. And that's all we ask of him. Just be solid, do the dirty work a little bit, know your role, know your limitations also. And just be that guy that's all over the place for us. So that's why we acquired him.
You got people Talbo in Joel Conferada.
Right.
What do you bring to Blackwater?
Yeah, that's honestly, once we found out kasi I know timeline is a little, I know, you'd have to go back a little bit, but in connection to us moving Ray, right? There was already an assumption, or it was already sure that Barefield would join. So, you know, in some form or another, that was always a consideration. You'd have to make room for a guy like him because, again, he's very dominant. So when we moved Ray Gambata, even after our conference, it worked out well because what we got from that was a big man that we really need. And remember, Jewel Conferada played with us at San Miguel Coffee, and that was my first stint as an assistant coach, no? Along with Coach Tim, won a championship together. Obviously, that was his first or second year, so very young pa si Jewel. But we have a veteran big guy that we can rely on, that can back up now, Brad Windinto, Justin Chua, you know, and Troy Zafor. But yeah, Kib's amazing. I mean, what I like about him is his spirit and his ability to lead. Yung maganda sa kanya is he's a natural born leader, and that's what we like about him. He understands his role. He understands, you know, what's expected from him, and he understands his own skill set also. And we just ask him to play within those skill sets. Good.
Thanks, Coach.
Okay, guys. Thank you. See you soon.